want to show you something real quick. And you're going to see a bunch of this over the next couple days. Let's see if I can bring this up. So this is a person, I got to shrink this down, I think, because you can't really see the whole thing. I'll move it down. This is a person who is alleging that it says Thoughts Kentucky, they're trying to vote for Harris and they can't, and they won't let him. And then they vote for Harris and it lets them. See this? It keeps doing it. I can't. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Okay. So here's what I think is happening. The voting machine company that works for them remedied it. The person voted properly, and they have not been able to replicate the problem on the same machine. So here's what happens. When a touch screen is in front of you, if you touch it with a finger, it will respond to whatever you're doing. If you hold the bottom of it and you have your thumb on the page at the same time, it will not register what your other hand is doing because of this finger. So if you want to film a video like this where you're bullshitting everybody and post a lie online, you touch the bottom. Yeah, and I thought calibration is the issue too, but they didn't have to recalibrate this one. Most of the time, that's what it is. They need to be calibrated. And again, you get to review it and you get another shot at it. This person was able to vote. Nobody was ever denied that. But what you do is, if you're trying to create one of these bullshit videos, is you put off camera, you hold your thumb there. You have somebody shooting it for you, which is what it is. And you put your thumb or you rest your elbow against it. You can do that too. You can go like this and your elbow is touching the screen. And it will void what the other point of contact is doing because it's doing something down here, off camera, so you can't see it. And then like that. And then you tap it, nothing happens. And then when you want to show that you can vote for Harris, you take your elbow off and push the Harris one. That one works fine. Tap it again, that goes off. But if I push this here, that's exactly what's happening. There's a bunch of this shit all over the place. Mr. WW, you're absolutely right. A lot of these mistakes, when they're actually mistakes, he was making the point, here it goes, omit deception, where's try to find your original one. But but what Mr. WW in the chat room was saying is that, it's a calibration error, which is you gotta, when you touch the pixels on the screen or the mesh that's on the screen, that's basically invisible to your eye, but or the lasers that show where the finger is touching. If it thinks this is here, but what the content of the screen is here, you'll tap it and it'll put your finger in the wrong place. And if it's up a little bit, it would be, if it's too low, then every time they tapped it, it would do Kamala, which is what it did. It seemed to do when they were putting their finger down like this, which is, again, you can also tap it with your pinky as you're doing this. And it's just a way of, it's a shitty lie. But what they're more than likely doing is voiding with their elbow while they do it, because you'll only see their hand. You're going to see a bunch of this shit. It's all bullshit. They void it with their elbow, tap on here because they're filming with this. And then when they go, see, I can push her just fine. But when I try to push Trump, it won't let me do it. That's how you rig a shot like that. It's not hard. So the community notes on this says that, Kentucky election officials says the only such reported instance, and the ballot machines manufacturer says the problem was likely due to user error. Officials investigated the device but could not replicate the problem. So that you're going to see a bunch of that shit, chat room. You're going to see, a bunch of what did Trump call it? Skullduggery.